beautiful. If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now, my dear, hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today is not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's topic is messages from your spirit guides. And this is especially for those of you guys who may have sometimes a hard time receiving messages, or even if you do, maybe it's a little bit difficult for you to understand what they're supposed to mean. So yeah, then I hope you will get some guidance and clarity out of this reading. And also, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can email me. The email is down in the description box. And yeah, then you will get even further instructions. But yeah, my dear, coming back to this reading now. As always, I have 3 piles for you to choose from. And also, it's going to be a candle wax reading. I was guided to do so. And you can either choose the crystal, or you can of course choose the card below it. So for pile 1, you can either choose this beautiful crystal right here, or you can choose the beautiful card of the Hermit. This is going to be pile 1. Now, let's go over to pile 2 for you guys. For pile 2, we have this beautiful crystal right here. Or the beautiful card of the Magician. This is going to be pile 2. And for pile 3, the last pile, we have this beautiful crystal right here. Or of course, the Page of Cups. So as always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video or, even meditate on the cards if you feel like you need more time. You will find the timestamps in the description box, but yeah, also in the comment section. And also, my dear, please keep in mind this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what messages do your spirit guides have for you? So what we're gonna do, my dear, is I will first get you about 1 tarot card, and yeah, then we will start with your candle wax reading. So let's see for you, my dear. Let's see for the person who has chosen pile 1. Let's see for pile 1, please. What messages do your spirit guides have for you? What do you need to know at the current time? What messages do your spirit guides have for you? All right, let's see. Let's see for pile 1. Oops. Okay, so we got the Page of Swords. We got the 8 of Wands in the reverse, and we got at the back of the deck, we got the 10 of Wands. All right. Let me make sure you can see everything. Yeah, but I believe it looks good. Okay, so my dear, these cards are actually giving me 2 major messages. And I feel like this is genuinely something you need to know, and therefore your spirit guides are, in a way, you could say, pressuring me to really make sure the message comes through. So what I'm seeing for you, my dear, is that you are being reminded, and that's a really, like, if there's one thing that you're going to take out of this reading, then please let this be that thing. And that's that you're being reminded of think about yourself again. sometimes when life gets very difficult, when we have a lot of, for instance, responsibilities, or we have burdens, or we may find ourselves in a situation where we're giving, we're constantly giving, either to other people, or for instance, we are doing so much in when it comes to work, but our well-being comes short. And the message for you is really to make sure that you don't find yourself in a burnout situation, or you don't give more than you receive. Now, this of course can be different for a lot of you guys. Maybe for some, this can mean in relationships or in family dynamics or even friendships, honestly. Maybe you are, for some, maybe you are in a situation where you're giving so much, like you're doing so much for other people, but it almost feels like no one is giving you back what you deserve, or at least not as much as you are giving. And in one way or another, it will have an impact on us, right? I mean, if we feel like we are the one who only gives, then we may question ourselves, because why is it that we don't get the same effort back? Is it because we are not worth it, or is it because we don't deserve it? No, that's not the case. Okay, that's not the case. You deserve it, and how you deserve it. Okay, and it is really showing here. The message for you is that to make sure that your energy is not taken from you, again, either because of other people, or it can also again be maybe a work thing. Maybe someone is working a lot, more than, maybe you're doing so much, but you're not getting the recognition or the reward that you deserve. But this can even be with Swords energy being here, which really gives me this kind of mental energy. For some, this can even be like an inner mental turmoil. Maybe, not for some, of course, just for some. Maybe this is something that you're actually going through mentally. Maybe like you're very unfocused, like your energies or just your emotions, mentally. There is a lot going on. Okay, maybe you have a lot of stress, a lot of I just feel like I'm feeling the energy, and I feel like it's just someone who's so restless in a way as well. And the message for you is really to center yourself again. No matter what the case may be. Maybe you're someone who's over analyzing as well. Maybe you're someone who gets stuck in the head most of the times. Whatever, of course, again, the situation is going to be in your individual one. But this is really what I'm seeing. Your spirit guides want to remind you to take care of yourself, which actually this really reminds me of the self-care reading that I did. If you would like to check it out, I will make sure to link it up here. But regardless, I just feel like you're coming short. This is really what I'm getting, that your energy is all over the place, and when our energy is like all over the place, we cannot function the best way possible as well for our own well-being. It is not about only being as productive as possible. It is about staying sane, right? And this is what I'm seeing. I feel like for some, you're taking on too much. Maybe it's actually physically, but it can also just mean mentally. You're coming to a point where you just need some rest. You just need to take a time out, right? Because I see that. I feel like maybe there's still some things, my dear, you're daily carrying with yourself, okay? It could be anything from the past. Maybe things from your childhood, maybe things from a past trauma, whatever it is. Could even be like self-limiting beliefs that you have accommodated because of all the experiences that you have had in the past. But this is what I'm seeing. I feel like it almost looks like you're chained, and your spirit guides are reminding you to break free, because this is what I'm getting here. And again, it can even be mentally, something with like mental energy here. But we also got the Page of Swords here. With the Page of Swords, what it really is telling me is that don't let ignorant or negative people take you away from what it is that you want, or how, or which path it is that you would like to go on. Sometimes people around us, especially if they do not have our best intention, they may talk us out of certain things they would like to do. Maybe things that are, crucial for our well-being. For instance, just as an example, imagine someone being in a relationship with a very toxic person, and then someone telling the person, oh, don't leave the situation, like it's not as bad as it is, right? Or come on, like don't do it. But it is really pressuring this person, like mentally, right? Or just in general, because they feel like they don't want to be in the relationship, and they have the right not to be in it if it's not good for them. And I feel like it's not only that, it can even look like for someone else, maybe there's something you would like to do, maybe a business, or maybe you would like to travel somewhere, or whatever it is, maybe do something creative, or maybe this is even a person. Maybe someone would like to be with another person, but again, then there are these no-sayers which try to take you away from that. And your spirit guides are saying, listen to your own voice. Your own voice is more powerful than anyone else's, because no one has gone through your shoes. No one knows what you want in life. No one has experienced life the way you have experienced. So therefore, when you feel like you would like to do something, whatever it is, you have your you have your reasons, right? And don't let other people talk you out of it if they don't even understand what it is to be you. And you're really being encouraged here as well. If there's something new you would like to do, with page energy being here, it is really also all about someone maybe wanting to try something new. Again, maybe someone has an idea when it comes to business. Maybe someone would like to do something fun, and other people are really trying to talk you out of it because maybe they don't believe that you can achieve it, or maybe because they don't, they have some fear regarding it. Sometimes people project their own fears and energies towards us, right? So maybe, for instance, if there's something you would like to do, and your parent, your partner, a friend, whoever, maybe even society tells you, don't do it because you will not do it, you cannot do it anyways. Well, maybe that's their perception. Maybe just because they think they can't do it, they just assume that you cannot do it as well, because they are not capable of it, so you are not capable of it as well. You know what I mean? So, you're really being encouraged to break free of the limitations that others have put upon you. And I'm also getting a message with comfort zone that if it's not other people physically putting you in this bubble, it could again be the case that you are the one who is putting yourself in this comfort zone, in this bubble, and again, mentally or somehow you're scared of leaving it, right? But let me just tell you, you have so much potential, and however the situation looks like, please try to understand where this comes from. So don't let other people, or even don't let your limiting side, don't be self-sabotaging. That's what I want to say. If there is really something you would like to do, okay, or just in general, this is just a life advice which is coming through from your spirit guides here. If till now you have lived in a way that you were not maybe as courageous as you wanted to be, or maybe you have just lived the way other people wanted you to be, whatever the situation's looking in your particular one, right, in your specific one, the advice from my spirit guides is to live your own life. And if you are, if you are of, for instance, more mature age, and you feel like, well, my whole life, I haven't done it, why should I do it now? Well, it is never late to live your truth, right? And you're being encouraged to do that. No matter where you are in life, whether you are still young or, maybe, it doesn't matter. Age is just a number, and don't let other people and whatever they're projecting you to be come in the way of how your life can be, and where your limitations are and where they are not. I hope I'm explaining that in a way that it comes like, because I feel like, it's really like, this is a message, it's so intense, and your spirit guides are really want to make sure that you really truly understand that. Not just listen to this reading and then go about your life. No, like really let this be a turning point of you claim your power back if there are if there are some circumstances or even people who have taken your power from you. But this is really what I'm getting here. All right, my dear. So now let's see, my dear. Let me see. Let's start with the candle wax reading. But we already got a lot of intense like messages coming through with only those 3 tarot cards. But yeah, I'm very curious. And personally speaking, it makes me so angry when people around us, or just in general, when we let ourselves be limited by manipulative people, because it's just such a waste of energy, when like, it just makes me really angry when people limit other people just because they are so limited themselves. And I feel like for some of you guys this is the case just because you have people around you who are so limiting, like, or so limited when it comes to their beliefs, their thoughts, about themselves. They're projecting this towards you. But yeah, let me see, my dear. Let me see. Yeah. So you're really being encouraged. I feel like there's still some healing you need to do. And the reason why I'm saying is because when we do not take an end to something which we are still suffering from, and my dear, I know that's so much easier said than done, okay? I know. But this message is coming through from your spirit guides, and I need to deliver that. And the thing is that when we are unhealed, how can we truly live our biggest potential when there are still things hindering us from it? And it could be actually physically, mentally, emotionally, right? But this is what I'm seeing, and I see that you have so much potential. But again, there's this aspect. First, you need to rest. First, you need to, get rid of these like self-limiting beliefs, or maybe even fears that you have, maybe from a very young age. Because maybe this is something which goes way deeper than that. For some, maybe that's something someone has projected you, and maybe for others this fear comes from, however it looks like, it comes from your childhood. Maybe for instance, maybe you've grown in a family where there was so much lacking, especially for instance financially, and then you feel like, well, I can never ever be the person, like the independent person that I would like to be because of these experiences. And a lot of things are actually subconscious. Sometimes we're not even aware of it, but it shows itself in our choices because maybe we think really limiting about ourselves. But whatever happened, it's not you. These are experiences, but we have learned to identify ourselves with the experiences that we do in life. Maybe for others it can even be a relationship. So maybe for instance someone in here has had a really bad relationship, and now you're really you're not quite sure whether you will ever have a good relationship because of the experiences of the past, right? And yeah, there is just something about growing beyond those limitations, or even again comfort zone, because I feel like maybe you've not seen a lot of kindness, well, not as much as you would deserve, and therefore maybe for some you are not as kind to yourself as you're supposed to be because of how other people have treated you. But your spirit guides are really trying to remind you to come back to your own self. Do not let other people's projection of you come in the way of who you can actually be, of who you are. You are not your fears. You are not your experiences. You are not your relationships or whatever it is. You're not even your thoughts. Your thoughts are what you have. It comes from a habit, and it comes from the experiences, and also whatever is down in your subconscious. And it's not your thoughts, right? But just because you think something, it doesn't mean that it's true. For instance, if someone in here feels like or thinks that they're not good enough, that doesn't mean that you're not good enough just because you think of that. Just because people have taught you they were so messed up and they have taught you that you're not good enough, doesn't mean that you really are not good enough. In fact, you were good enough the second you were born, because everything which is you is good enough. You were created from source. You were created from, from the universe, whatever it is. And the universe, the divine doesn't make any mistakes. So don't let other people's, however effed up they are, don't make this your story. And if people are trying to come into your way, don't let them do this, because you are so much powerful and you have so much more potential than that, my dear. And if you feel like you need rest, okay? If you feel like you don't have a lot of energy no more, because you have taken a lot of responsibilities or whatever the situation is, I feel like for some you need to slow down and you need to rest. And, there's just something about this. I feel like someone has put you in a bubble, and now all you think you are is this bubble. But you are so much more beyond that. And, there is so much beauty within you. There is so much beauty, around you. And you're really being encouraged to see that. Your spirit guides really want you to wake up from this dream, or, destroy the small bubble that you are in, that others have put you in. Because you are so much more than that, And if some of you guys, okay, this is a specific message. If someone is here, like in here, is struggling with some kind of addictions, then don't be scared to maybe, go for a professional. This is what I'm hearing. But it is really all about, again, taking your time, like being healthy towards yourself, giving yourself the rest, giving yourself the self-care, the self-love that you deserve, and see your own self-worth. Don't let other people tell you what you are, what you deserve. Because again, maybe this comes from a very painful place, Maybe again, your heart is really unhealed. Your heart is your heart is broken. Maybe because of a relationship of something toxic, right? Maybe you feel trapped. Whatever the situation is, you're being encouraged to remind yourself that you are a human being, but you are a human being you are a human being, yes, but in reality you are a spiritual being, and you are so much more than that. And the source itself, your spirit guides, this is like your connection to the divine, right? In a way, they are encouraging you to see that. The fact alone that you feel that you have spirit guides, that you feel like someone is communicating with you, this alone is showing you that you're so much more than just your body, than, your thoughts, your emotions, the people around you, right? And you're really being encouraged to open yourself for that. If some of you guys have worked very hard, maybe even a team, but if some of you guys have done a lot currently, I'm hearing that you will actually get rewarded for it. If you've been working a lot, you will get the salary or the money that you deserve. This is really something that I'm seeing for you coming through here. And also what I'm getting, my dear, is that this is such a random message, but someone has a spirit guide, which is a man that has passed away. This is what I'm seeing. And again, this is not for everyone, but I see that coming through. It is someone who may have passed away, and I see that it's a masculine. I mean, it's a masculine. This is what I'm seeing here. maybe for some, this like trap that I'm talking about, maybe it's even the case that these are expectations that you have put upon yourself, and now you really feel trapped because you feel like you're not where you should be. You don't look how you should look like. You know, whatever these expectations are, you're not where you should be. You know, whatever. Stop with that, because you are so much more. And again, my dear, I know it's so much easier said than done, but I feel like listening these things, hearing them, especially hearing them coming from a very loving place from your spirit guides, is the first step into the right direction, right? And again, don't be scared to maybe take a time out, maybe be a little bit more gentle with yourself if you need that. And there's one thing I'm getting as well. Don't grieve over, like, how do you say it, how, like, don't cry over spilled milk. This is what I'm hearing. So for some of you guys, if you're stuck on something again, which is still painful from the past, or you know, if you have lost something, maybe for some even a person, then you're being encouraged to move on in life, you know, because you have so much potential. Like, my dear, I'm seeing it, okay? I'm seeing that you have so much potential, and whatever may come in your way that could hinder you from living your truth, like your biggest potential, that's such a waste, because there's so much magic within you, and your spirit guides want you to know that. They want you to know that you have so much within you that needs to come through. Don't let whatever happened, or whatever is currently happening within you mentally, or whatever the situation is for you, don't let this be your limitation, because you don't have any limitation whatsoever. So yeah, my dear, this was very intense. Like, I'm sweating and I can literally feel that. But yep, how one. So this is all I have for you. Please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And yeah, if you liked it, if it resonated with you, please make sure to, yeah, let me know. This really makes me happy, you know, if you would like, comment, or even subscribe. And again, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, my email is in the description box, but yeah, also in the comment section, and feel free to do so. I will then give you further more information of how to pursue. And also, my dear, if you would like to also connect with me on Instagram, my channel's Instagram account is in the description box down below. And of course, I invite you there as well. But yep, pal one, take care. Hey pal two, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what messages do your spirit guides have for you? Now what we're gonna do, my dear, is I will first get you about one tarot card. Well, I tried this for pile one as well, but they got two, so I hopefully only one. And yeah, then we will start with your candle wax reading. So let's see for pile two, what messages do their spirit guides have for them? Let's see. So for pile two, okay, so we got the Death card coming through here. We got the Ace of Swords. And at the back of the deck, we got the Page of Cups. Interesting. Let me make sure you can see all the cards. Let me put this right here. All right. I think it looks good so far. All right, so I'm getting multiple messages coming through from these three cards alone. So first of all, this is for every and each one of you guys who is watching this. I'm hearing, and well, I'm also seeing with the Death card being here, prepare for major changes in your life. So this is like, when I hear changes, I instantly think of the number 5. So maybe someone sees a lot of like repeating numbers regarding the number 5, maybe 555, 55. But I feel like maybe even someone's like life path number is 5, or even I'm seeing 1. I'm also seeing like significant numbers coming through here, 4, 3, and 7. But I got so okay. So regardless, 3 and 7. I'm also seeing 3 and 7. Yeah. But all right, that's not important. So let's go back to the messages that I'm getting here. So what I'm seeing for you, my dear, I feel like you're about, and this is actually something your spirit guides are yeah, want you to know that I feel like you're in a very transitioning time in your life. Maybe this is something you're feeling. Maybe you feel like a lot of things are crumbling down in one hand, but in another hand you feel like there's just an energetic shift happening, because I mean that's the case, like worldwide speaking. Okay, energetically there's so much happening, and of course it will also show itself in our lives, right? Because so above, so below, right? And this is what I'm seeing. I see that you will soon experience a lot of changes, and it's not only about that. In fact, I'm getting the message that now is the best time for you, my dear, to bring major changes in your life. This is what I'm hearing. This is really yeah, this is what I'm seeing for you. Maybe there are a few things you would like to do, but for some time you were not aware, like you were not sure whether you should do it or not. And the spirit guides, your spirit guides are really saying that now is the time. And it is so much more than that. First of all, I see that changes in love will come your way, okay? So this is for those of you guys who may be with someone, but also for those who may be waiting to come into union again. Or maybe even for those singles out there, right? With Ace being here, it's a beautiful new beginning. And yeah, look at this. Changes are coming. A new beginning will come your way. And for a lot of you guys, it can actually even be a new beginning in love, right? Yeah, a romantic opportunity, so to speak. So again, see how it resonates. Because I feel like for some of you guys, you are in separation with someone. This is what I'm hearing. For others, no, you actually want someone new. And I don't know why I'm hearing twin flame. Like, this is so random, but I know when I hear something like that, I mean, obviously it's for a reason. I'm channeling for you guys. So yeah, maybe there's a significance around that, but I actually see someone new coming through for a lot of you guys. Or again, with Ace being here, which is especially Ace of Swords, it's actually also a card of communication. So especially for those of you guys who are waiting currently to communicate with someone, could either be romantically, or it can be just in general, any kind of communication you are waiting for, it is coming through here. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. But what I'm also getting, my dear, is that with the Page of Cups being here, the Page of Cups is like such a kind of dreamy energy. And I feel like you're being encouraged here. And that's really funny because pile 1 also got kind of a motivational speak. And I feel like that's coming for you as well. I feel like, our spirit guides in general within this time, they're really encouraging us, to not lose hope, to go on, in fact, to go after what it is that we want, or to really follow our heart. And you're being encouraged to do so as well. I feel like, you are a dreamer. With the Page of Cups being here, you are definitely, like, there is something very dreamy about you. And I also feel like we have a lot of people in here which are, like, a lot, like, really creative as well. Like, creativity, there is also something about creativity here. But your spirit guides are really encouraging you to open your heart again, especially for those who may have been with difficult people in the past, and maybe you're still going through this process of healing, especially again with Ace being here. There is actually someone coming your way. Again, take it how it resonates, but regardless of how the situation looks for you, if you're single, if you're not single, it doesn't matter. The universe or your spirit guides, I'm even hearing, okay, I heard ancestors as well, are really encouraging you to connect with your heart again. I feel like some of you guys may have some blockage when it comes to your heart chakra. Anahata, I see this coming through. You know, this, I mean, it is not only about love, although of course, you know, this can also be, you know, the reason for that can also be love related, but it can just be in general, right? The relationship we have to love, whether it be self-love, love to family, love to a romantic partner, love to the universe, it doesn't matter. But I feel like for some, you're being encouraged here to open your heart. Yeah, and especially with the Page of Cups being here, guys, if there is something you have in mind, if there is a plan, an idea you have, a dream you have, a wish you have, something which is deep down in you, but because of whatever reason you just feel like either you have not, you know, act upon it, or you were not motivated enough, or just because you feel like there are a lot of restrictions around it. But what I'm seeing is that you're being encouraged here to connect with your creative side, to connect with this like kind of side of you who has wishes and dreams. And you know, in our nowadays world where everything is so logical and rational, sometimes there is not a lot of room for dreaming, right? And you're being encouraged to connect with your lighter side in life, because especially I feel like you may be someone who has a lot of like, you know, like maybe for some of you guys you feel like the odds are not good for you, or there is a lot happening, like where is there time for like dreaming, or for, you know, going for what it is that you want, but you're actually being encouraged with that. It is all about reconnecting with the magical side of life. Maybe a lot of you guys are really spiritual, and therefore you are actually encouraged to you know, to dive even deeper and not let this like more rational world come in the way of your spiritual growth or your more love-centered self. But this is really what I'm getting here. But anyways, let's start with the candle wax reading. I always get so many messages coming through, like only with the tarot, but let's see. Let's see, my dear. All right, let me get the candle. So let's see for pile 3 here. My dear, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment. Yeah, okay. So for those of you guys, I feel like I need to say something more about that. For those of you guys who for some reason maybe would like to do something, but you're not as courageous as you would like to be, you're not as confident as you want to be, as you would like to be, because you're not sure whether it is something safe, whether it's the right decision, you know, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be only like career-wise, can also maybe be love-wise. You're really again being encouraged to connect with your intuition. You know, you're watching this video, and this, like, we're talking about spirit guides, right? And spiritual spiritual people believe that, you know, outside of this physical world there are energies who are guiding us. There are energies, you know, however, whatever it is in your particular, in your individual situation, who your spirit guide is. But we believe that we are being guided, right? And this alone shows you that you are so connected to this energy that we call source, and it would be a waste if you wouldn't explore it even more. And you're being encouraged, you know, if there is something you would like to do, if you feel like you don't have the courage for it, or maybe, for instance, could be a hobby, could be a talent, could be a job opportunity, could even maybe be something regarding a person. Doesn't matter what you would like to do. If you right now aren't as confident as you wish to be, because you just feel like, hey, what if it's like the like not the right decision, I don't have the answers, right? Then you're really being encouraged to listen within, because your voice within always has the answers. And then I know this sounds really cliche, but that's not about cliche, that's a fact. We're all connected to the quantum field, we're all connected to source, and we can, if we would let go of all these like rejections or hardship that have influenced us in a way that there may be, sometimes influencing our decisions, because it comes from a place of fear, not because it comes from a place of love, but because we're scared of the uncertain. Then you're really being encouraged to connect with your heart space. Honestly, my dear, if there's one thing maybe you can also take from this reading, what your spirit guides want you to know, is to your heart chakra, okay? Anahata. There is some healing you need to do. There is something, because I feel like in one point in your life, you have felt some kind of rejection. Could be in your childhood, could be from a particular person, or maybe multiple people. But I'm hearing rejection, and this rejection has a huge impact on you, and it still has. And you're really being encouraged to break free out of it. Because if you connect with this more loving side of yourself, this heart space, fear cannot live when there's love. And most of the time, a lot of life decisions we make in life, it comes from a place of fear, not of a place of love. And you're being encouraged to shift that. Maybe that's the big change for some of you guys. Maybe that's the big change you're supposed to prepare yourself for. Because maybe for some of you guys, you may ask, well, I mean, what will happen if I change this? You guys, you have absolutely no idea how a whole life can change when the perception changes, okay? But this is really what I'm getting. Because for some of you guys, you are still trapped in fear. You're still, because of maybe whatever challenges you had, it's still there. But you're actually being encouraged to, connect with your creative side, your heart space as well. For some of you guys, if you are creative people and you would like to do certain things, don't think you're alone. The energies are supporting you. Let me see. Also, love-wise, I really feel like for some of you guys, if you are in a situation where you feel like you don't have any hope left, or maybe even for those singles out there, maybe for some of you guys, oh my goodness, maybe for some of you guys, you have been single for quite some time, or maybe you are now in an age where you feel like, you need to be there or there by now when it comes to love. I'm hearing have faith, believe, because I know this sounds like, I know this reading is maybe seen as very cliche, but still, this is something you need in your life. And I'm, at the end of the day, only channeling here, and your spirit guides are really showing me that this is what you need to hear. You need to hear that. And again, if there's maybe some love related thing in your life that is really bothering you, I'm hearing have faith. And a way actually you can also improve your life, I'm hearing, is to be more healthy. Be more healthy when it comes to the choices in your life. For instance, especially, some people in here that are watching do not eat very healthy. And I mean, you can eat whatever you want. I mean, I'm not a nutritionist or something, but I mean, what your spirit guides are saying is that you need to eat like more like high vibrational food, like more whole foods, more nutritious foods. This is what I'm hearing. But it even goes beyond that. It is not only about what you put in your body, it is also about what you or where you where you are. You're supposed to also spend more time in nature. Yeah, my dear, this will have a huge impact on your quality of life. And your spirit guides need you to know that. You need to know that, okay? This is really what I'm getting here. Let me see. Yeah, it is really all about, you know, bringing yourself in an environment where you can flourish. And again, you guys, you have so much potential when it comes to also creative things. Like if there's something you're passionate about, but you're not quite sure whether you should go for it, you know, maybe there's like, maybe you're working and you would like to do some side hustle as well. Maybe there is an idea you have and you would like to create something, just, you know, like something else too. Then you're really being encouraged to do so. You know, you're really being encouraged. And for some of you guys, I'm actually even seeing courtship. I know, guys, like these are so random messages coming through, but this is what I'm seeing. For some of you guys, yeah, I'm actually seeing a very like major shift in your love life as well, like romantically wise. I'm seeing a very like divine masculine, like very masculine person. And I'm talking here about like not about gender, but about like the energy of the masculine. This is what I'm seeing here for you guys. Yeah, let me see. In fact, my dear, I feel like it's a great thing you can actually do when it comes maybe to you know, I have a practice for you, and please, if you have time, do it. You know, sit down somewhere and really try to find your center, okay? You know, if you want, you can also meditate beforehand if this is something you do, but really try to listen, because you are a very intuitive person. Try to listen from within what it is that you really want in life, because your spirit guides are saying as long as you listen to your inner voice, you will be guided towards the right way and towards where you need to be in life. This is what I'm hearing here. So sit down and really try to center yourself. Maybe even concentrate yourself towards your anahata, heart chakra as well. And really write down what it is that you want. And don't be scared to be a dreamer. Don't be scared to look beyond the box, you know. Honestly, it is better to be a dreamer than not to dream at all, right? And I feel like there's just something about you connecting to this more lighter side of you, to this more mystical side of you. Maybe some of you guys, there's something mystical about you. Maybe you, for instance, would like to like maybe you have a spiritual idea. Maybe you would like to start a spiritual business. Maybe you would like to do tarot. You are psychic, you know, whatever it is. But other people maybe, or maybe you don't really dare to go after it because you're not quite sure whether you can create something stable from it or not. And this is why you're so scared. Not for everyone, of course, but this is as well a message which is coming through. But you're being encouraged to connect with your heart center and see what it truly is, which is coming from your heart. And when you actually do something or you make a decision out of love, and when you do something out of fear, and how the decisions you've made out of fear have influenced your life so far. This is really what I'm hearing. It is all about connecting to your heart space. So yeah, write down what it is that you really want, but let it be your heart which talks, you know, your heart chakra, because the heart is connected to this source, to the quantum field, which the mind is not. The mind is just in this like limiting bubble of the rational logical thinking. And I'm not saying that you know, jump off of a cliff because you can fly when you believe it. Of course not. I mean, we want to go step by step, and we want to make sure we're secure as well. It's not about that. That's not what I mean. I mean that start making decisions, or if you have to choose from now on, whatever it is in your life. Your spirit guides are telling you to start doing that from a place of love and not from a place of fear. And again, make a list and write down truly what it is that from your heart that you want in life. Maybe dreams that you have, wishes, how you want to go further when it comes to relationships or career, whatever. But really connect with this heart of yours, my dear, because it's beautiful. Yeah, and you have it for a reason, right? And yeah, I mean, the heart chakra is just, it is so powerful. I mean, it can change your life just like this, honestly. I've experienced that. But yeah. All right, pile 2. Please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, and if you liked it, please make sure to let me know. It makes me so happy. You know, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you feel drawn to book a personal reading with me, you can email me. The email is in the description box, but yeah, also in the comment section. And if you would also like to connect furthermore with me, you can add me on Instagram. My channel's Instagram account is also in the description box. And I, of course, invite you there as well. But yeah, pal 2, take care. Hey, pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now, let's see, what messages do your spirit guides have for you? Now, what we're gonna do, my dear, is I will first get you some tarot cards. Well, I'm trying only to get one, but pal 1 and 2 got more than one, so I guess it will probably also be the case here. And yeah, so first I will get you some tarot cards, and then we will start with your candle wax reading. So let's see, for pal 3, what messages do your spirit guides have for you? Let's see, for pal 3, please. For pal 3, please. Let's see, my dear, let's see. Okay, let's start. So pal 3, let's see. What do you need to know? What your spirit guides need you to know? What messages do they have for you? What messages do your spirit guides have for you? Let's see. Okay. Wow. The 6 of Wands came through. Wow, and look at this. Then we have the 9 of Swords. I'm sorry, the 8 of Swords. Wow, that's interesting because these are such contradicting energies. That's really interesting. Let me make sure everything is visible here, but it looks good. All right, so the message that I have for you here. Pile 3. Okay, so I'm hearing clear and loud. You don't have any idea what you came here to do, because you came here to do great stuff, to do big stuff. But you are stuck in this energy and you have no idea how much potential and how much your life purpose actually, how much importance is with that. Not only for you, but also people in general. Honestly, I'm even seeing, in a way, humanity or society in general, because, okay, this is a message which is so weird because actually none of these cards, mean these things, like if we talk about the traditional tarot. But I mean, I'm like an intuitive tarot reader, so I'm just gonna say what I'm getting here. My dear, let me tell you, you are a very powerful person. And I'm not saying this just like that. I'm not saying it to sound cliche. This is something I am hearing from your spirit guides. You are very powerful. In fact, there is so much you could achieve, okay? With the 6 of Wands being here, you actually have a leadership quality about you. You can actually lead people for the better. Not only that, maybe for some of you guys, you're even influencers, or you would like to be influencers, because I mean, the 6 of Wands can literally signify this as well. But what I'm seeing is that There is so much greatness, success, even inspiration that you can bring into your life, but also in like other people's life, right? But what I'm seeing is that currently you're stuck. This is actually giving me, I think, PAL 1 vibes. Well, was it PAL 1 or PAL 2? I'm not quite sure which one it was, but I think it was PAL 1. But nevertheless, guys, if you felt drawn to another PAL as well, then the message for you here is to, yeah, check it out if you feel drawn to do so, of course, only then. But what I'm seeing for you, my dear, is that you came here to do great stuff, and the spirit guides of yours want you now to detach yourself from this person that you have built or other people could have built. Do you see how these swords are like around this girl and then she's like bondaged? What I'm seeing is that now is the time for you to leave the old, story, the old past of yours, the old you, whatever still makes you feel like in a prison, and step out of it to become the Six of Wands. This is your choice in life. It is your decision. Do you want to go to and become the Six of Wands, or do you want to stay in the Eight of Swords energy? The spirit guides of yours are really showing you, they want to open you to the fact that you are so powerful, but you're stuck in this kind of energy, and all your truth, all your aspiration, potential, you can make something great out of it. And let me tell you one thing. I thought Pile 2 people were, like very spiritual, which I mean, obviously they are, but with you, my dear, it's a little bit different. I'm getting the energy that you actually, your life purpose surrounds, with your spirituality. You came here, first of all, a huge message from your spirit guides is actually to discover what this life purpose is. Because you came here to do great stuff. You didn't come here to stay like the little me and just think that nothing great come out of you. You're just supposed to work, to function, just to create a small life for yourself, and that's it. No, in fact, you are someone who actually has the ability to influence people, like genuinely have an impact on others for the better. Like you're definitely I'm getting light workers. Like seriously, this is really coming through here. This is what I'm getting for you guys. And it even goes beyond than that. Because what I'm actually also getting for you is that, guys, you are great manifestors. You are great co-creators. But only if you're consciously aware of it. Because look at that. Look at how paradox these two cards are. Here we have someone who's literally coming back from a victory, who's being saluted, who is being supported, successful, really, admired by others, and is really at the top of their game, right? And then we've got the Eight of Swords, which is like really the complete opposite energy. It's someone who's stuck, someone who doesn't really know what to do, someone who needs to let go of a lot of things maybe that are still stuck on them. I just saw 555. Like, I can't believe it. I said this in another reading as well, and it just came through on my screen. Changes are coming your way. This came through in Pile 2. Changes are coming your way, my dear, and it is now your turn to decide whether you would like to stay in this or in this energy. Because whether we do something or not, we will have to pay the consequences, right? And what I'm seeing for you is that you are great manifestors. In fact, I feel like a lot of you guys are actually, receiving messages from your spirit guides. Like, not everyone, like the majority of you guys do not have a hard time when it comes to channeling the messages, because you are really close to this energy, to source, to your spirit, to the spirits, to the energies of you. And you are a great manifester, but at the end of the day, it comes down to your belief. Like, if I told you how powerful your belief alone is and what impact it can have on your life, you wouldn't believe it. Let me see. Yeah. And now you're being encouraged to actually take the lead, maybe even take a leap of faith and really create what it is that, or the kind of life that you would like to have for yourself. But it is more than that. It is not only about you, it is also about other people, because your life destiny, your life purpose, is really connected to other people's purpose as well, because you came here to have an impact on others for the better. You came here to help people for the better. This is really one message that I'm getting here. But let's get some yeah. Look at that. You got the moon. And the moon again, that's a really like mystical energy, right? A really mystical kind of energy. You know, I definitely feel like, my dear, you are in contact with the energies, and there is just something very magical and mystical about you. Very spiritual energy. Someone who may have a lot of psychic abilities, in fact, many, but maybe you're still in the process of discovering that, right? What you're psychically or spiritually capable of doing. But this is really what I'm seeing here. Yeah, look at this. I shuffled and the Magician. Wow, I'm done. And the Magician as well came through. Like, you have this, you know, this connection or this ability in which you can channel the divine, and you can bring the divine onto the physical, just the way a magician can. But let's start with your reading, my dear. Let's see. But there's so much personal power that comes with you. Oh my goodness. Let me first get the bowl. Okay. So let's see, for pile 3. What messages do your spirit guides have for you? Let's see, my dear. So please give me a moment. Please give me a moment. I need to tune into the energy. Yeah. You know, I'm really getting also like duality kind of energy for you. That you are someone who is so light, like full of light, and you have seen light, but you know, you are like the kind of person, how should I explain that? Like, you have seen both the extremes, the extreme of good and the extreme of bad, like what maybe our society would say is good and what is bad. And this is really, again, giving me this kind of duality energy, which is this balance. Your life purpose, my dear, this is actually coming from your spirit guides. Your life purpose, for those of you guys who may have a hard time discovering what your life purpose actually is, it is really like, I mean, one part of your life purpose is really close to bringing balance. You're supposed to bring balance into this world. Why? Because you are like an alchemist. You can turn darkness into light. You can turn pain into power. And I know it sounds so like cliche, like I don't know how often I've said this within this like reading, but these messages are so clear coming through, like it's unbelievable. And again, I'm just the messenger here, and these are messages which need to come through. This is what someone needs to hear. Now, what I'm definitely again seeing, my dear, is that like an alchemist, you came here to bring balance to this world. And but it is all about, you know, really stepping into your power. And yeah, therefore, of course, letting go of what it is that is between you and your power. This is really like, there was a pile which was a little bit similar with the letting go part, but I'm not quite sure which it was. But anyways, I also feel like you're a very smart, like really intelligent individual. Yeah, but there's actually also another message that I'm getting here. I feel like you are supposed to be in a spiritual union, I'm getting. maybe that's also, maybe this person, the spiritual union, this person will also help you to be on your life purpose, or maybe both together you will be able to bring some kind of balance into the world, help people. Like, there's just something about that I'm seeing here. A spiritual union which is supposed to bring love and a balance back to this physical, plane we're living in here. And with that, a lot of growth comes too. And I feel like whoever this person is, I'm actually seeing family. You're supposed to have a family with this person. Maybe, also seeing, like, for those of you guys who would like to have children, I feel like also the later generations, they will also have this kind of purpose in which, it's all about bringing back balance into this world and Mama Earth, and bringing this consciousness back, putting humanity back into the right path. This is really what I'm seeing for you guys, and family plays a huge role here. Again, maybe the spiritual union I'm talked about, this person is actually a part of your soul tribe. Or maybe you will have a family with each other, which there is some significance around that for sure, that you are meant to have a family with them to make, like, to do good in life. I know this is like very like puzzle speaking, like it's not too detailed, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be different for each and one of you guys. But that's really the blueprint that I'm seeing here, that you came here to have an impact, have a positive impact on humanity, and on the people who are, yeah. And let me just tell you that, like, if I had to explain, like, you are, like, this pile 3 has probably the strongest connection when it comes to their spirit guides. Like, what do I mean with that? I feel like your spirit guides are, like, they always are trying to communicate to you. Maybe sometimes it's clear, like more clear than other times, but this is what I'm seeing. You came here on this earth to go through this self-realization journey, this spiritual journey. Maybe some of you guys are actually right now hermits. I mean, that could also be the case, and you're now going through this healing process in which you're really isolating yourself and really trying to understand what life is all about. But regardless, it's all about you becoming your authentic self. You're not being scared of putting yourself out there, of helping, of standing out. Don't be scared of standing out, or just unapologetically be yourself. And for some of you guys, if surrounding your life purpose, there is just some fear because you're scared of maybe I don't know, maybe criticism or other people's opinion, then your spirit guides are actually encouraging you to let go of these things because they are so not important. But unfortunately, we're in a society where, yeah, we're taught that these things are important, but just think about, I mean, you don't need to visualize that because obviously this is really nothing everyone would like to visualize, and I don't mean it that way, but just think about if you had like, oh my god, this sounds so weird, but this is the message that I'm getting, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but just think about, when you are on your deathbed, will you, will you even waste one thought about what people used to think of you? No. You will think about all the things you wanted to do or you did and you loved, and you're being encouraged to live this life like that. Live life as if it is your last, because, and again, I know how cliche it sounds, but that way we really get conscious that that this life, at least in this body that you are currently in with this identity, is not going to all eternity, right? Only your energy is. So you're being encouraged to actually get aware of that, and therefore be more bold, or be more aware, not bold, but be more confident, yeah, in what it is that you actually would like to do in this lifetime. And I'm talking about your life purpose here, okay? And I feel like your life purpose, again, for some of you guys, it has something to do with family. Maybe a family you are supposed to create, maybe a family you are currently in, but it will have an impact somehow on humanity. This is what I'm hearing, this is what I'm feeling here. And maybe again, maybe as an example, if we talk about the spiritual union, maybe you and your other half, you know, coming together, maybe this alone will help a lot of people finding a balance when it comes to love and relationships, because you are setting an example of what a relationship could be in a world where every relationship, I mean, not every, but I'm just talking about, you know, like the kind of idea like nowadays is that a relationship is supposed to just look good on Instagram, right? People don't share, like it got so superficial is what I want to say. And you guys, for instance, coming together is to show what a real connection, or how powerful, how of a big impact love really can have on this earth. And you're really being encouraged to think, to really start that. And also, for those of you guys who are procrastinating, I'm really hearing it's all about it's all about now stepping your game up. Like, start it, like, take action. This is what I'm seeing. Build the version of you that you want to see. Because the person you would like to be tomorrow, like, you need to start be today, right? So I'm sorry, my dear, I feel like I'm really like stepping over my words, but when I'm channeling, I just allow the words to come through, you know. I know you know how it sounds like, but this is really what I'm seeing here. It is about going beyond fear, it is about going beyond the little me, and step into the great impact you could even maybe have international wise, worldwide, because we're all interconnected. That's really what I'm seeing for you guys. Let me see. I'm also getting that I'm hearing, when it comes to your business, or maybe work related, follow what you're passionate about. This is what I'm hearing. That's so weird. I feel like I got this message in another reading again as well, but I'm not quite sure which it was. But this is what I'm seeing for you guys, definitely. Let me see. I feel like that's it. Yeah. Okay. So, pal 3, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And if you liked it, or if it resonated, please, you know, make sure to show it. It makes me so happy, you know. Like if you can, or subscribe or comment. It really makes my day so much happier. Like, it's just great when I see that it resonates with you guys. And yeah, if you feel drawn to book a personal reading with me, my email is in the description box, but also in the comment section. And yeah, you know, you can email me and you will get further instructions. And also, if you would like to connect even more with me, my channel's Instagram account is in the description box down below, and I invite you there as well. But yeah, pal 3, take care.